students. In this second part of our lesson, The World of Living, I will be discussing with you few more characteristics of living things. So let's begin with the next characteristic of living things. Living things need food. All animals require food to carry on life activities like running, studying, playing, working, cycling, etc. They also get energy from the food they eat. All green plants, they make their food in their own body with the help of sunlight, water and carbon dioxide. This process is known as photosynthesis. Now, only green plants can perform the function of photosynthesis. That's why the green plants are known as autotrophs. Means they make their food in their own body, autotrophs. And all animals and non-green plants depend on the green plants for food. So they are known as heterotrophs. All living things respire. Living things take oxygen and they break down food in their body. With the help of oxygen, the food that we eat is broken down, or we say burnt down, to provide them the energy. This process of burning food with the help of oxygen is known as respiration. It's known as respiration. All animals also take in or inhale fresh air and give out or exhale the used air. This process is known as breathing. It's known as breathing. Breathing and respiration are two slightly different phenomena. Plants also respire, and before that I will be showing you an activity to prove that all living things, especially animals, breathe out carbon dioxide and take in oxygen. Take a glass of water and put some lime in it. Lime means tuna. Calcium oxide inside it, and we are going to be just see what happens after this. It turns milky. This proves that our exhaled air contains carbon dioxide. Hope you have understood this with the help of it. The next characteristic that I will be discussing with you is excretion. All living things excrete out waste. Excrete waste. Excretion. Excrete out the waste. All animals excrete waste in the form of various things. For example, the undigested food. Isn't it? Do you understand this? Undigested food, first thing. Then, apart from this, salts in the form of sweat. Then, urea in the form of urine. These are the things that are an extra water also. The excess of water is also excreted out from the body of animals. In the same way, the plants also excrete out waste in the form of latex. You must have seen a white secretion coming out, gum and resin. These are the waste materials of plants. When we break a leaf, you might have seen, or a flower or a bud or a branch, when you break it, you find a white colored fluid secretion, sticky secretion comes out. That is gum or latex or resin. So this is how the living things excrete. The next, living things respond to stimuli. Respond. I have already told you about stimulus. Stimuli is the plural. When you see a snake or a dog, you started running. When you feel cold in winters, you start shivering. What is that? That is a stimulus. The heat is the stimulus and you are moving your hand. That is the response. Reacting to a stimulus is a response. In the same way, we see response to stimuli in plants also. When you touch the leaves of a touch me not, chui mui we say in Hindi, what happens to it? The leaves at once close. That is the response to stimuli. Sunflower turns the face towards the sun. That is also the response to stimuli. The next characteristic is reproduction, or all living things reproduce their own kind. Reproduction, let me write here, reproduction or reproduce their own kind. A dog gives birth to a puppy which looks like its parent. A cat, same way, gives birth to a kitten which looks like its parents. So reproduction means producing their own kind. Plants also reproduce by various means. By seeds, you have seen, I have already explained you the germination in the first part, but I will just draw over here about the gram seed, or you can take the bean seeds. Okay, if you take a bean seed, you will find, and you sow it in the soil, you will find after 1 or 2 days a small plant coming out, baby plant coming out. Then you will see this shoot growing towards the sunlight, and the root starts growing away from the sunlight into the soil in search of water. This is known as germination, and this seed starts becoming smaller and smaller, and the plant starts becoming bigger and bigger and grows towards the sunlight. This is known as germination of seeds, and slowly you will see so many roots also coming out. This is known as germination of seeds. Germination of seeds. Potato reproduces by the small eyes that are formed in the potatoes, and sugarcane reproduces by its stem. From the stem we can grow a new plant. Living things have a definite lifespan. For example, a housefly can grow and live only for about a time period between 1 to 4 months. In the same way, all living things have got a definite lifespan. Now we come to the non-living things. You can see that some of the non-living things also grow, but their growth is external. We can understand this by a particular activity. In this activity, you can take a sugar crystal and tie it with a string. Tie a sugar crystal with a string, and you put it in a beaker in which you fill it 3/4 with the water, and you put so much of sugar into it, dissolve it, so that this solution becomes a saturated solution of sugar. Leave this crystal suspended for overnight. You will find after few hours that the size of the crystal becomes enlarged. Like that, it will become enlarged. Why? Because this sugar crystal is attracting the sugar particles from the saturated solution to attach themselves to this hanging sugar crystal. Thank you for listening.